Good evening, families, and welcome to Back to School Night 2022. I am so glad that you are here with us this evening. I'm Dr. Lori Wiggins, proud principal of Gunston Middle School, and happy to be the lead gardener in the Gunston Garden at 2700 South Lang Street. I think we're off to a great start of the school year, and I also believe that the further we are from the pandemic, the things that were good before the pandemic and the lessons that we've learned post-pandemic gives us an opportunity to capitalize on what was learned, what we've transformed, and really create a product, systems, and routines that better serve families and children. That's not to say that we are perfect, because we won't be, but we are making progress, and that has been the goal: progress, not perfection. Each day, I start the morning announcements with the refrain to students, reminding them that they have the right to be at peace and the responsibility to behave peacefully. Again, at Gunston Middle School, we want to create the conditions for all students to be able to thrive, be their absolute best, and to grow in harmony with one another. So this year, we have our 3 priorities, and they are the same priorities that we had last school year. The first one is the operationalization of equity. We want equity to be more than just something we say or a phrase, but it really is embedded into our processes, our routines, and we are continually looking for the places to remove obstacles and barriers for student success. Our second priority, a continuation of our standards-based grading pilot, and we've called it standards-based grading and learning. And the goal is to have more equitable grading practices that are systemic across the whole school that, again, set students up for the optimal opportunity for their success and to demonstrate their learning. And then our third priority is partnerships with families and students. So by now, you have seen one of the elements of our priority are the talking points, messages that you are receiving from teachers. If you don't know what I mean yet, you will get messages. So we have decided to pilot the use of this app to have a way for families and teachers for easy communication through a format that might be most convenient for both families and teachers via text message. Our goal in using this pilot is to give families easy, quick, reliable access to teachers, and for teachers in a way that is easy and not intrusive to families to be able to communicate with families, ultimately with the goal for student success. In thinking about family engagement, there are 4 areas that I think as a school that we can focus on in addition to just communication. Some of the work that we can do to help families is to provide some information around academic support. So how do you support your middle schooler to be successful in school? Have you created opportunities to articulate as a family, what do you value about education? What are those routines that you will have at home that, again, set your student up for independent growth and learning, but with support? Another area that I think we can work at sharing information with families is about social emotional learning. These are turbulent times, but they're also exciting times. But what are going to be the ways that we can work together to help your child navigate this experience called middle school? Some other elements that we can share and want to have conversation about would be this homeschool connection and the homeschool communication. Again, we've taken a step in that direction by using talking points, but we will continue to talk more about how do we, again, make those connections strong so that you as families are informed about what is happening at school, what your child is learning in class, and the best ways to support them. And then lastly, an area that I think we could all use some conversation about. So what are those unique characteristics about middle school students? so that again, as families, you can be supportive in their development, and then as educators, we too can be responsive to their needs. So those are some of the ways that I think that engagement can look a little different this year, that we'll be able to flesh out a little more that priority of partnerships with families and students, and all of this work that we're going to do in the container of belonging, connection, and community. We are very fortunate, in my opinion, to be here together at 2700 South Lang Street, and we want the actions that we take in service of your children for them to feel connected to our community so that they can thrive and grow in our garden, and so that you as families also feel a part of the community to help ensure the success of your children. So we have a lot planned for this school year 22-23. And again, I believe we are off to a great start, and we look forward to the partnership with you. We look forward to celebrating and sharing in the success of your students' growth. And I am just looking forward to a great school year. Thanks for coming this evening. And now you'll hear a little more in TA about the structure of how we will work tonight. You will have an opportunity to walk in the footsteps of your child, to visit all of their classroom teachers, put in about 2 to 3 or 4 miles here in the building, and then be able to have a sense of the magic that happens here at 2700 South Lang Street every day. So again, thank you for coming, and have a fabulous Back to School Night 2022.
Hi, my name is Wilson Ramirez. I'm one of the assistant principals here at Gunston Middle School. I'm the coordinator of family engagement here at school. It is important that we build a partnership to help our students be successful. Now we have 2 opportunities for parents and families to get involved. One is the PTA and the other is Padre Latinos. You will receive more information about this in School Talk later this week. Hola, soy Wilson Ramírez, soy uno de los vicedirectores de la Escuela de Gunston. Soy el coordinador de la coordinación de familia. Los estamos invitando a todos a que trabajemos juntos para el éxito de sus hijos o de sus hijas. Tenemos una gran oportunidad en Padres Latinos y ser miembros del PTA. Esta semana, más tarde, le enviaremos un School Talk donde daremos información detallada acerca de eso. Es importante que trabajemos juntos. Gracias.